as I'm reading this, you can just come sitting up straight with your eyes closed and just settle into your body. And now this is information for your mind, but see if you can take it in with your full experience. Bring it in to your navel center, into your heart, into your throat, to your brow point. If that feels comfortable, just let it come washing through you, because this whole practice is about vibration. Every element of the universe is in a constant state of vibration, manifested to us as light, as sound, and as energy. The human senses perceive only a tiny fraction of the infinite range of vibration, so it is difficult to comprehend that the word, as mentioned in the Bible, say, is actually the totality of vibration which underlies and sustains all creation. A person can tune his or her own consciousness into the awareness of that totality with the use of mantra. By vibrating in rhythm with the breath to a particular sound that is proportional to the creative sound or sound current, one can expand one's sensitivity to the entire spectrum of vibration. It is similar to striking a note on a stringed instrument. In other words, as you vibrate, the universe vibrates you. I'm just sitting with that, the vibration of those words. How do they vibrate you? Do they resonate with you? Does it bring up questions? What part of the body do those words connect with, if any? We're going to be vibrating our own cells and projecting that vibration out into the universe in this class with these mantras. Taking a nice deep breath, feeling your connection to the universe through the breath, and then exhaling, releasing the tension off your shoulders and out of your belly, pulling the belly back to the spine. And as you all know, we start every Kundalini Yoga class with a mantra. So we're already at the very beginning vibrating ourselves and vibrating with the universe. So bring your hands in front of your heart center. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let some sound come out through your throat on your breath. This is kind of the most elemental mantra we can make, is just letting the sound pass over the vocal cords on the breath. Letting unwind any tension or holding in the vocal cords or in the lungs or in the shoulders or in the throat. Release that out with your vibration. Let the voice start to work. We've been using words already this morning, perhaps not the most intentional words. So just release all of those words out of your vibrational field and prepare for your vibrational field to get recharged and recalibrated to the sound of the universe. Ong, O-N-G. We vibrate with Ong in the back of our throat, in our heart, in the middle of our brain. O-N-G. It's the divine vibration. Namo, I bow to that. I call to that. Om Namo, Guru Dev Namo. I call to the divinity that's already within me. It's already within each one of us. And bring the thumbs pressing into the heart center. Feel that beautiful vibration there between the palms at the heart. Shoulders relaxing down, chin tucked in, eyes closed, gazing through the brow point. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Suspend the breath, lift the heart, relax the shoulders down the back. Press the palms together, tuck the chin, back of the neck is long, spine is long, from tail to crown. Sip a little more breath in through the nostrils, lift the heart, relax the shoulders a little bit more. Feel yourself sitting in your divinity, in your nobility, in your grace, in your wisdom. And exhale, release. And again, inhale deeply, fill up the belly, fill up the lungs, bring the breath all the way up into the throat and let it stay there. Lock it in, neck lock, chin tucked slightly, and add in root lock, perineum, pelvic floor, tailbone, lower abdomen, squeezing, pressing together. And exhale, release everything out. And last time, nice deep inhale. Fill a little bit more up into the lungs at the top of the inhale and squeeze and release the root. Pelvic floor, perineum, lifting into the body and releasing back down, pumping the energy up the spine. When it reaches the crown of the head, release it out, release the breath, and just sit in stillness, listening to the vibrations that are all around us, the silence and the sound. Feel the sound almost as though it's a physical object that you're in contact with, that's in contact with you. We're aware of the sounds in this building and outside of this building, and allow your mind to just expand out to become aware of all the vibrations on this whole planet. All of the words being spoken, the sound of the ocean roaring, the wind blowing through trees, cars honking. And expanding out beyond this planet into space. Listen deeply. What do you hear? Can you hear the sound of a star burning light years away? And take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, release the hands down. We'll start with just some nice throat warm-ups, and all of these are good to do to get the throat warmed up and relaxed and loosened. So let's start on hands and knees with cat-cow. And of course, cat-cow is excellent for the spine, but as we do it, really focus on the throat. It might even feel like a challenge to lift through the chin as much as you can. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin into the chest and really connect into that little notch on your exhale. So bringing the spine in, but really focusing on the throat as you do your cat-cow. Inhaling the chin up and exhaling, tuck the chin. Sea of energy, and energy vibrates. Everything in the manifest creation is vibrating. Even seemingly solid inanimate objects are constantly vibrating, simply vibrating at a slower or lower frequency. Thoughts are silent sounds, electromagnetic vibrations. The higher the frequency, the less dense and more etheric the quality of the vibration we hear and we speak. The more our own vibrational frequency is raised. Raising our own vibration brings us closer to experiencing and merging with the highest vibration of all, God, Goddess, the original creativity of the universe. Breathe into that throat. Let it expand as you inhale. Let it contract as you exhale. This is the tool we were given to express the vibration in our mind. So clearing out any blockages or obstacles in the throat. Mantra is the creative projection of the mind through sound. Man means mind. Tra means wave or projection. We can repeat mantras mentally, which has its own effect, or we can repeat them out loud, which has an even more powerful effect. So let's warm up this throat, a couple more inhales and exhales, getting this tool ready to vibrate. And then in your next inhale, stay there with the chin lifted as high as you can, throat opening up, blooming like a flower. And exhale, sitting back onto your heels. And take your right hand and just start gently massaging the throat and the jaw, sides and the front of the throat, down into the thyroid area. Just give yourself a beautiful massage here. Feeling your hands charged up with love, with life force. Feeling the vibration in your own body meeting itself here at the throat. Today we're working with the mantra Satnam. And this song we're listening to, Japa Mana Satanam. Japa means repeat. Man means mind. Asking our minds to repeat this mantra Satnam. Truth is my name. So as you massage yourself, inhaling the mantra Sat, exhaling the mantra Nam, beginning to train your mind to stay in an uplifted state versus a negative, fearful one. Inhaling Sat, truth. Exhaling Nam, me, identity, I am. And release your hand down and just give yourself some neck rolls, pressing the chin down into the chest and then opening through the side, taking care of the back of the neck. If it doesn't want to reach back, don't make it. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Oh my mind, remember. And reversing directions if you haven't already. And inhale to center, fill up all the way up through the throat. Squeeze the root, tuck the chin. Feel yourself filled with Sat Nam, silent vibration. And exhale, release, and come lying down onto your belly. I'm going to come pushing up into Cobra, only coming up as high as your low back is able to today, mostly focusing on the throat lifting. And just take some nice long deep breaths into the throat, lifting the heart. And then bring the chin back to level and just start moving the neck left to right, inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Taking care of your spine, of your low back, of your neck. Keeping the eyes closed, gazing through the brow point. Beautiful. Back to lifting the chin up as high as you can safely. Breathe into that throat, squeeze the root, and exhale, release yourself down onto the mat. And just turn the face to one side and rest. In this technology, there are 84 meridian points, energy points located in the roof of the mouth. Every time we speak or the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, it touches these meridian points. They're like a keyboard on a computer. The computer itself is located in the hypothalamus area of the brain. It receives the impulses from the repetition of the patterns of the words we speak, of the mantras we chant. This pattern is translated into instructions that regulate the chemical messengers, the hormones, that go to all the vital areas of the brain and the body. It's connected by blood vessels to the pituitary gland, the master gland of the body. This hypothalamus regulates the vital functions of hunger, thirst, body temperature, sleep, moods, emotional behavior, sexuality. The special patterns that are in the mantras that we chant stimulate the hypothalamus to change the chemistry of the brain. This adjusts the functioning of the endocrine system and the metabolism to create a neutral, balanced mind and to strengthen the immune function. Positive states of mind can be created just using these mantras. It can conquer depression, enhance your intuition, and open the power of your compassion. Take a nice deep inhale and roll yourself onto your backs. We're going to do 3 exercises here, all for the throat. So we're going to come up into shoulder stand first of all. Make sure that chin is tucked way into the chest so that you're taking care of the back of the neck. So bring the legs up to 90 degrees. Point the toes. And then using the power of your core and of your arms, lift the legs all the way up. Tuck the chin in. Toes pointing straight up to the sky. Long, deep breaths. Breathe right into the throat. Give your legs a nice stretch. And when you're ready, you can bring your toes down to the floor in plow pose. If your legs will let you do that, really keeping that chin tucked in. Breathe into the throat. Once you get into plow pose, if you like, you can bring in your breath of fire, powerfully pumping the navel center in and out through the nose. Unless you're on your moon cycle, and then just keep your long, deep breathing. Up to 90 degrees, hold the breath in, tuck the chin, point the toes, feel the energy rising through the body, and exhale yourself down onto the floor using controlled muscles, and bring the knees into the chest. Just hang onto yourself for a moment here, wrapping your arms around the knees. And when you're ready, bring your nose as though it's trying to come up between your knees. So your head is off the floor, and in that posture, repeat your breath of fire, pumping the navel powerfully. Keep that chin tucked up close to the knees. If you need to use one hand to prop your head up, you can. We're here for a minute. Stay here if you can. Hear the vibration of your breath. What is the vibration of your mind doing to you right now? Is it neutral and balanced? What is it vibrating? How is it affecting your body? Staying in the posture, inhale deeply, and exhale, release yourself down, and come resting on your back. Yogi Bhajan was asked the question, what is the real goal of the chanting that we do in meditation? And he said, the ultimate state of mind is called anahat, the infinite unstruck sound or vibration. It brings intuition, inner strength, and the capacity to be completely open to do what you must do as a unique part of the totality of being. In this state, you are joyful, truthful, compassionate, and relaxed. Each time you perfect a mantra, you are like a master musician who can evoke these elevated states of being from the instrument of self. And inhale the knees back up into the chest, tuck the chin and rock up and down on that beautiful spine several times. Use the core strength of your body to move yourself versus the momentum from your legs as much as possible. And when you're ready, coming up. And for our last warm-up, we're going to come into camel. which has several options. So coming up onto your knees, you can just support your low back and push your hips out ever so gently forward and let the head just hang as far back as it's comfortable, opening through the chest. When you get here, you can bring in your breath of fire, pumping the navel. You can come all the way back and open up the front of the body. Powerful breath, long deep breathing, or breath of fire if you can. Coming back to Satnam. Truth is my name. What happens to your vibration when you project that, even mentally? Last 15 seconds. Project Satnam. And inhale, hold the posture, squeeze the root, and exhale. Use the abdominal muscles to bring yourself back to upright. And then when you're ready, bending down into child's pose, resting the forehead down onto the floor, breathing into the low back. The throat, the neck, the low back, all of it so connected, the abdominal muscles. In order to chant and project, we need a strong, intelligent body. We need to let the prana flow through us fully, clearly, without obstruction. So as we chant, the projection flows out. And we're going to chant this mantra Sat Nam out loud. So when you're ready, inhale yourself up and bring yourself into a comfortable sitting posture. If you want to come up onto a pillow or cushion or blanket. So this mantra we're starting with is called the seed or Bij mantra. It's the seed, it's the root of all the mantras in Kundalini Yoga technology, which is why we're starting with it. Within the seed is contained all the knowledge of the fully grown tree. The essence or seed is the identity of truth embodied in condensed form. Chanting this mantra, Satnam, awakens the soul and gives you your destiny. So we're going to not only just chant this mantra, we're going to visualize it vibrating each of the chakras, starting down at the root, the base, into the sex organs, into the navel point, into the heart, into the throat, into the third eye, up to the crown. As we chant this mantra, we're visualizing the vibration Sat, truth, threading its way through each of those mantras. Once we get up to the crown, then we project out Nam, identity, name, I am truth. So we'll start all together, but each one of us will be using our own pranic capacity of breath. So we'll might get off pattern with your neighbor, which is totally fine. It'll turn into a rolling Satnam. As you relate with each one of the chakras, just to keep your mind completely focused on what it's doing, because remember, mantra means mind projection. So if your tongue is chanting the mantra, but your mind is thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, that's what you're projecting. It's not necessarily what you want to do at this time. So as you thread the mantra through each chakra, you can actually physically pull on the area of the body with your muscles or with your imagination. It's a little bit hard to pull on the crown of your head, for instance. So just imagine a tightening there, perhaps. Find your own way into this. The hands will be in prayer pose at the heart center, projecting our prayer of our destiny coming to us, of truth taking up residence in every aspect of our being, in every part of our lives, whether it's our romantic relationships, our communication style, our will, our connection to money and the earth, whatever we have going on in our lives, we're calling on truth to come into it. It's a prayer. It's a mind projection prayer. So I'll start, and join in with me, and then each one of us will just be on our own journey of bringing Satnam into each one of our chakras. So inhale. Keep the mind focused. What are you projecting? Keep going. And do 3 more in your own pace. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath, squeeze the root. Mentally go through each one of the chakras. Just vibrate mentally Sat into each area of your life. When you get to the crown, mentally project Nam out into the universe. Identity, I am Sat, I am truth. I am in alignment with the highest frequency of vibration. Listening deeply into the outer reaches of space. Listen to that vibration, that frequency that's giving rise to everything. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Release the hands down and just come into your own movement or stillness, listening deeply to your own Satnam. You can stretch out the legs, roll the neck, come lying down for a moment. Stay connected to Satnam. Just let the body move. We're coming into a meditation next. Into meditative posture for this practice called Kirtan Kriya, which is one of the foundational principles and practices of Kundalini Yoga. It was given to me by my first teacher to do for 40 days, 31 minutes a day. And the purpose is to create a destiny for someone when there is none. I believe it worked. It's still working. This mantra describes the continuous cycle of life and creation, and it's using the seed sounds of the seed mantra, the bees mantra. Sat Nam can be broken down into Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And as we chant this, we're going to bring in the technology of our nervous system, touching the thumb to each one of the fingers. This is the Sa part of it, we're going to touch the thumb to the forefinger. Sa means infinity, all of existence, the entire shebang, the entire vibration. That's Sa. Ta is all of that being channeled down into life. into your particular experience. That's ta. Na is change, death, all the change and the things that we have to let go of over and over in our lives. That's na. And then ma, renewal, rebirth, things starting over again in an entirely new form. We all have to go through this over and over and over again. It's what we came here to do, apparently. So getting comfortable with that process without hanging on, getting stuck in grief or attachment or hope or fear, helps us keep a balanced and neutral mind. So we're going to do it in 3 different forms. We'll do it chanting out loud all together, and then we'll start whispering it, and then we'll just mentally vibrate it, and then come back into whispering and then chanting out loud all together. So we'll use this particular version for the chanting out loud part. So sa, ta, na, ma, all of existence, life, death, change, and rebirth. The chin is tucked in, the elbows are fairly straight but not rigid, shoulders relaxed. And begin. Whispering. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Keep going. Really pressing into the finger. So you're activating the nerves at the tip of that finger. And keep going. We're going to add something to this. If you can, visualize this syllable that you're saying coming into the crown of your head, coming to the center of your brain, and then coming out through the third eye and projecting unto infinity. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Like you're creating an L shape with that syllable. Sa, ta, na, ma. Through the crown to the center of the brain, out the third eye. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, last time. And now coming into silence, still using the fingers, still mentally seeing the syllables coming into the center of the brain and coming out the third eye, shooting unto infinity. Long, deep, slow breath. When you mentally chant Sa, connect with infinity. What does infinity feel like to you? The entirety, all of it, no end. When you chant Ta, life, birth into form, your particular existence, your life force energy, connect with that. Na, change, death, transformation, letting go. And Ma, rebirth, renewal, life taking form once again. You can go as slow as you need to connect with each of these energies. Keep going. Stay in focus. Let yourself flow through the cycle of creation. And coming back to a beautiful whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, Keep going. We're going to come into chanting in a moment. As we chant this, see light coming down into the crown along with those syllables, coming into the center of the brain, illuminating the whole brain, and then shooting out of the third eye and projecting. Come lying on your back for a little bit of a rest and to receive the vibration of this gong. Cover yourself, put your socks on if you like. find your way to sitting, connecting in with that unstruck sound, the silence that's beyond all the sound, that's underneath all the sound, that's vibrating your heart, that opens up your heart and fills it with compassion and blessings. Silence is filled with anahat. The inner silence is the silence of the ego, when the mind vibrates silently in perfect unison with the unlimited self. When you chant, the nervous system becomes synchronized and the flow of thoughts moves with the higher self. Then the ego relaxes and the mantra is vibrated by every cell. You let go and are truly silent. In that silence, you can feel, hear, and act on the call of the soul. Mantra brings us back to our inner silence, so we can hear the call of the soul. So if you like, take a moment to set an intention for your day, for the rest of your day, and the sorts of inner mantras you'd like to be reciting during your day, whether it's Satnam or Satanama, or I am one with my soul, or I am truth, whatever vibration calls to you. And at the end of your day, looking back, and just notice whether you were able to remember to do it, and if so, how it might have shifted your awareness and consciousness and experience during the day. And we'll end with a prayer, a mantra in English, the Longtime Sunshine Song. Let's sing it with Sanadam, bringing the hands to the heart center, feeling the joy and light in her voice. And project that out with your own voice, with your own mind, making a prayer for the well-being of everyone you know, everyone in your life, all beings on this planet, including yourself.
Guide your
in, fill yourself with pranic energy, healing energy. And exhaling Satnam. Remembering that the words you speak carry a very strong vibration. May you use them well. Thanks for coming. Come next week. I don't know what mantra we'll do, but it'll be an adventure.